Greetings and welcome to the Quantum Movie Cast, the topical cinema podcast you are destined to encounter no matter what subscription services you subscribe to. I have two special guests today, Peter from Tales from Elsewhere and Frank from What is Tabletop. Welcome.
Hello.
This is going to be a weird one. But
Indeed.
I'm strapped in and ready to go. I'm buckled up.
Because
I have my hottest takes.
we're going to do some hot takes for sure, and then
I've got my boomer takes ready.
But because I usually do topical TTRPG content, I'm going to start off with a weird question for you guys. All right, so what is your worst TTRPG pitch? Like your worst thing to center around a role-playing game? And I'll give you an example. This actually, I don't know, I've kind of like come back full circle on this, and I almost like this idea. But like, you play as the sentient weapons that belong to the party and try to convince them to go the path of your specific weapon. That's my terrible TTRPG pitch. All right, so I'm going to flip it to you guys. Do you guys have...
That's a tough one. A bad TTRPG. Go, Frank. It'll give me more time to think.
And some people are going to feel called out because this is one that's recently come out. A TTRPG where you are playing characters who are playing characters. And then,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And then, you Jumanji into the RPG, sure. But, like, there's a level of meta that can only go so far. And it's playing characters who are playing characters. And then they become the characters they're playing.
Pretending to be the guy. Pretending to be the actor in the movie.
Exactly. Yeah. I know the RPG you are speaking of. And I also bounced off the pitch. I'll just say. Bounced off that pitch.
I think they said that there was a comic based around it too, and it wasn't that one came before the other. It was more of an Ouroboros eating itself.
Yeah, it was like the same idea kind of coming together in both mediums at the same time. You know, I keep trying to think of bad ideas, but they kind of unironically sound awesome based on conversations. Like a game in which everybody plays a version of Nicolas Cage would also just be really, really entertaining to me. Like, I was like, is that a bad idea or is that a genius idea?
I genuinely knew a group that played, I think it was flag football, and they called themselves Con Air, and every single one of them was, like, their nickname was a Nicolas Cage movie.
That's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
Now I'm imagining an RPG where it's just a Nicolas Cage multiverse, and it's like the infinite possibilities of Nicolas Cage characters.
Kind of great. All right, I have a pitch for you that I think is really bad. It took me a moment to come up with. Okay, you know how back in the day, 3.5 gave birth to the more advanced structure that was Pathfinder and Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Like, it was an increasing of what was crunchy about 3.5. What if we took Rollmaster and gave it the same level of extra treatment that Pathfinder did to make it even more about nested tables and crunch, such that the tables have references to other tables. So you roll on a roll table to know which other roll table to roll on, and it's part of the core resolution of every action you roll. So like,
okay, so you
like
roll a
Rollmaster
D100,
squared
determines which table you roll to resolve.
Yeah. Yeah, because Rollmaster is notorious for very large and deep tables, but they're not they're not a Matryoshka dolls of tables to that degree. We can change that together.
I'm not gonna lie, I love that. It's roll a D100 to determine what your resolution mechanic is for this specific test.
Yeah,
and it's just 100.
But then that resolution mechanic is also a series of nested tables. And
it's the nested tables of succeed with a cost, succeed, and
it's
every level of success possible.
Look at some of the Rollmaster tables. This is a very old game, and I'm not trying to insult lovers of Rollmaster, but your game is too crunchy. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. And so let's amp that up. There's my pitch.
All right, well, clearly I'm going to need a stronger drink for this episode, so we'll be right back after these announcements. And also, stay tuned for actual movie takes and stuff like that. Hey, do you want to try more TTRPGs? What if I told you you could try them for free? Check out Crit, community-run Infinite Tabletop, a completely free online gaming convention with some awesome game masters, including myself and these folks who I interviewed on a previous episode of my podcast. Mark your calendars for June 20th through the 28th. Check out the link in the description below, and remember to game at crit. We'll see you there.
Hear me out. An RPG where you are playing people designing an RPG.
Oh, Lord.
I mean, there's video games that are video game designer the video game, right? Where you're having to like package up the game, and it seems stressful.
Yeah, I like the ones where you like farm and occasionally fight a zombie or something.
Yeah.
Those are my stress
I'm with you
relief.
on that. That's how I stress relieve. Yeah.
Ignore the title. This is actually the anime episode. We're not going to talk
Apparently,
about
yeah.
films.
I'm going to run out of stuff to say before too long, though, on that subject.
Well, okay, so going back to Peter's thing about long, because there have been many a times that I've watched award acclaimed winning whatever movies, and I'm like, this is so boring. So like, I tried so hard to watch and enjoy Blade Runner 2049, and the entire time I'm like, look, I get it. These are some cool landscapes.
I really like.
Do we
that.
have to take 20 minutes for him to get to the hotel?
No.
Yeah, Jordan's going to kick you off the podcast.
Let's
now.
go ahead and share our Island 5 now
Yeah.
and see if Blade Runner comes up on anyone's.
I'm not sorry.
I'm just kidding. It's
you
not.
you asked for hot takes. I'm giving you hot takes.
Hey, I did.
I like Denis Villeneuve. Don't get me wrong. There are some times I think he's a little too pretentious, and I think Blade Runner 2049
French
was
Canadian in
the-
him comes out.
Have you seen Prisoners? One of his like first
Yes,
movies he's done.
I've
That
seen
was
almost
real
all of
good.
his movies. Almost
Oh.
all.
Enemy's pretty good too.
I didn't like Enemy.
See, we're already.
Hey, it
The hot
wouldn't
takes
be.
How dare you?
It wouldn't be an interesting podcast if we all agreed on everything. So
The
True,
spiders
true.
though.
I mean, I didn't care for that.
I don't much care for spiders in general.
I don't much care for spiders. That'll be on my tombstone. Didn't much care for spiders.
Well,
Yeah, I'm always a fan of movies that make me think, but like movies that make me fall asleep, not so much.
I can't fall asleep even in bed, so falling asleep during a movie is not an option for me.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I picked a few extra questions that I didn't send to you guys, so get ready for some curveballs. But
Okay. I mean, I have
no.
my five island movies ready. I have them holstered.
I do not, but I will figure it out. It probably just will be my top 5 movies of all time list. So
See, the tricky thing is it's something I'll need to rewatch, right? That's a big part of your island movies, not just favorite movie. Because one of my all-time favorite movies is a movie called The Proposition, and I don't care to rewatch that frequently because it's harrowing to watch.
see, I disagree. I think rewatchability for me is why it like a movie is a favorite of mine.
I get you. Three of my movies are cheating though, because it's each of the Lord of the Rings extended editions. Because now that's 15
That's one
hours, 20 hours of content right there. But I could keep rewatching those, I know, till I die.
yeah,
And it'll get me every time.
I will say, we're almost like getting into it, but it was really hard for me not to just pick all 3 because I was going to make the distinction that you can't just say a trilogy or something like that. You had to pick.
I've got back. Okay, so I'll fill in the extras then. Maybe we say the Lord of the Rings is one choice. Like we can just set that aside.
So the MCU is also one choice, I guess.
Oh gosh, I don't think I'd actually pick any of them from the MCU though.
Really,
As,
not
like,
even like Winter
I
Soldier.
they're really fun and really good, but like I gotta feed my niche tastes more. So like I'd choose Ravenous because it might be one of my most.
So
rewatched.
Lighthouse it is.
Oh, I like Lighthouse.
I liked it a lot. I've
I
watched
did
it a few
not.
times. 13th Warrior would actually be one. It's
That's fair.
probably one of my most rewatched. That's my like comfort food movie. Me and the missus love watching that one. It's just I could keep watching it all the time. It's so fun. Yeah, that's a really big one for me. I'd probably choose Predator as my 4th then, and then Lord of the Rings occupies 1. That's a tough. That last slot is really tough though, because I could switch out Predator for Terminator 1 or Terminator 2 or Alien or Aliens. Like there's a
T2 is
ton.
so good.
Like there's a ton in that last slot. If I take out Lord of the Rings, which I can't in good conscience do, I just put another one of my favorite sci-fi horrors in there, like The Thing or something, right?
So the thing about T2 is that it's still watchable if you know the twist. And if you
Yes.
don't know the twist, it's great because you think the tension is, oh no, he's about to get him.
Yeah.
Wait, he's the good guy. But if you do know it, there's still tension in, is he going to get there in time? Which
Yeah.
is so well done. Like that's
I love that
really
movie.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember talking with a friend of mine where I'm like, if a movie is good, not based solely on if the twist is good. Because if the twist is like if that ruins the movie experience, it's not a good movie. But like
Yeah,
Gone
then it just
Girl,
hinged on the hook and that's it. Yeah.
right? Like Gone Girl, I think is really good because I've watched it more than once, and every
Right,
time
and
I'm
it
like,
doesn't
this is
matter then.
super well done,
Yeah.
despite the fact that there is one big twist that
Yeah.
could arguably spoil an enjoyment. But I think it's still fascinating to watch.
It's a big problem with Shyamalama Ding Dong's movies because he became a
Yeah.
hack as soon as we revealed that he's going to have one big twist. And once you
Mhm.
find it, once you've been Shyamalan'd, the movie is like not all that worth sticking around for. Or if you
Yeah,
can predict it, it's like, oh, here we go.
he was dead. He was not dead.
Yeah.
I believe the twist in Signs is that it was bad. I believe that was the
Yeah, there's your Shyamalan twist. I
Ouch.
stand by Unbreakable as an actually good movie, though.
I
no,
do like
yeah, that's probably
Unbreakable.
my favorite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of his. I tried watching the most recent one with Josh Hartnett. It was on the plane like back from Gen Con or something. No, I remember where I was flying from. I think it was back
Where
from
he's like a serial killer
Ooh.
trying to escape
it was not
capture.
good. It was
Of course it wasn't.
unwatchably bad. I mean, I was on a plane, so I was trapped, but it was
Did you
terrible.
know that the singer in the movie is his daughter?
Yes.
Yeah.
I looked it up afterward, like nepotism, the movie. Oh, sorry, Jordan, you wanted to say something
Actually,
there?
that gives me a great question idea. Maybe this could be like our first like true question here. Do you have
Hmm.
a favorite airplane movie that you watched just because it was there and then it ended up being just something amazing?
Uh, yeah, I watched Catch Me If You Can on the airplane recently,
Oh, that's
That's a
and
really
because I heard
fun
it was a
movie.
classic, the main character's name is Frank, so naturally I have to watch it. Because I rank all the Franks that I watch in movies. The worst one is the guy in Ant-Man named Frank. He just gets turned into a pile of goo.
Oh,
Yep, poor that guy. Um,
One out
Asian
of
movies
it
do pretty
was
well.
so, it was so good, and you like. I forgot who I was talking to. I was talking to maybe someone in our Discord. I was like, "Catch Me If You Can, so good." It's almost like it was directed by Steven Spielberg, because it was,
Yep.
and Steven Spielberg does
When he
such a
was
good
still
job.
good too. When he was still kind of sharp, I would say.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, I still think the new West Side Story was very good. He did a
it's not that
very
he's
good job
gotten
with it.
bad; it's that he's gotten quaint, is how I might describe it.
That's
And
fair.
that's not that's a whole like deep dive that I have about Spielberg and his amazing career.
all I have to say is two mice fall into a bucket of cream.
Buckets of cream. God, yeah, I didn't realize Christopher Walken was in that. He's so good.
So good.
All right,
Yeah,
what's yours,
airplane
Peter?
movie is tough. That I've it was actually I usually watch bad movies on the airplane because I know I'm gonna hate them, but I need to watch them so I can form my hatred for them. I watched Longlegs on the plane, and I
Oh yeah,
actually
yeah.
ended up really liking that one. I wouldn't say
I
it's
hear it
like
was
in my
good.
top movies ever, but as far as horror goes, it was very interesting. And I kept thinking like, oh man, who's watching me watch this right now? This
Yes,
movie's
exactly.
really
Yeah.
weird.
I'm
It's
always
super
conscious
weird.
of that stuff. Like
It's like,
some really
uh-oh,
overly.
you know, I'm
I'm
not
not
a
into this.
weirdo. This is just a normal movie. Just so Long Legs was a recent like plane watch that I ended up enjoying. But I did like Shyamalan's movie, and then his daughter had made another movie called The Watchers, and I watched that on a plane, and it was also really, really bad. But I don't stop movies. I finish them when I start them, and so I just suffered through the whole thing, and it was quite terrible. So my movie experience
Question.
on planes is bad.
All right, question. And granted, this is a question that has broken many a man. Nicolas Cage, good actor or not?
Mm,
Oh yeah, good actor.
yeah, good actor.
Is
Yeah,
he though?
yeah.
Have you seen?
Oh
Have
yeah,
you
I've
seen
seen
some of
like
his stuff?
most of his films.
Have you
Uh,
seen ones that are really bad?
so is let me rephrase it. He is a talented actor. Is he a good actor? It's maybe a different thing.
Yeah,
Uh,
I
you kind of see like it's a slight difference here. He doesn't have
Jordan.
range, for example.
Jordan, this might be a lot of work, but can you put the clip of Abed from Community freaking out
That's
about?
such a yeah. That whole episode is comedy gold.
Look at.
and there it
Like
was.
because he's in Longlegs and he's really
Yes, that's why I
creepy.
brought it up.
Yeah,
That's why I
he's
brought it up.
I thought really good in that actually as this disturbing character where his sort of vaudeville-esque right, vibe
Right.
works. His more hammy vibe. Um,
I somewhat
yeah,
recently saw there were two movies with him. One was like a horror movie that felt very 80s. It's like one word, like
Mandy.
Mandy. That's it.
I hear
Yeah,
that was good.
I watched Mandy, and then I like almost back
Just
to
saying, I
back
heard it was good.
Mm.
watched the movie where it's like he goes into a Chuck E. Cheese and fights all the robots.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah,
watched that one too.
the not
Five Nights from
Freddy.
Freddy's knockoff,
Yeah,
where he doesn't
definitely
have
not
any
that.
lines of dialogue,
Yeah,
which
No.
is hilarious. That
I
movie was
watched
so stupid.
I watched Dream Scenario, and Dream
I haven't seen
Scenario,
that yet.
much like One Battle After Another,
Mm.
has the problem of being a movie that is a satire. And
Mm.
so I state that as a problem because if you are not good at making it obvious that it is a
Mm.
satire, then you are losing your audience.
yeah.
So Dream Scenario is a satire, but I didn't realize that. And so the entire movie, I'm like, they're taking a lot of this really seriously, and I'm very confused where
Ah,
the movie's going. And then I like looked up other reviews. I'm like, oh, I just didn't get the joke. Got it.
now
And
did
then
you
one battle
see?
after
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say one battle after another. Halfway through, I realized I'm like, oh, this is a satire.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm not finding it as a satire is because it's not funny. It's
Mm-hmm.
just not
Now, did you
funny at all.
see the unbearable weight of massive talent
No,
with
but that
Nick
one is
Cage?
very obviously like meant to be over the
That
top.
is the role Nick Cage was meant to play himself,
Himself.
and an only
Amazing.
barely satirized version of himself.
I mean,
And it's
he
bizarre.
he's an Academy Award winning actor, so
He is. He's a Coppola, right?
All right.
Lest we forget.
Before we just totally derail this whole episode and it goes for 3 hours, let me bring us back in.
Thank you.
Um,
Thank you.
and I will say my
thank you.
plane
Yeah.
movie was Arrival. I had not ever seen Arrival,
Oh,
Oh,
it's so
nice.
good.
and it was so good. I'm
It
like,
should have won the Oscar that year.
yeah, I'm watching this movie on a plane and thinking like, why has no one sat me down and forced me to watch this movie? Why am I watching this on a screen that's this big?
Yeah, that one I saw in
And
the
who
theaters,
directed
and it
that
was an
one?
awesome theater experience. Denis Villeneuve.
Yeah, Denise. Oh, he does such a good job.
Yeah,
It,
Arrival is crazy good.
All right,
I saw it in theaters, and oh my gosh, like the movie does such a good job of you like not realizing how
Oh
blatant
yeah,
in your
talk
face
about
it's
good
being.
twist. By the way,
So good.
after I saw Arrival in theaters, I said I'm not missing another one of this guy's movies in theaters, right? Like,
Yeah,
because the theater experience he produces is
yeah,
like this is why we have big screen theaters, right?
yeah.
Spectacle is
Such a shame
incredible.
that Dune didn't do as well. Ugh.
Well, they made enough to do two movies, so
Yeah, I can't believe they're actually doing Dune Messiah. That's crazy.
yeah, just get weird with it.
actually, I was gonna ask, what's a movie that you guys think is deserving of the silver screen? Like, you need to go to a theater and watch it.
Arrival was a good one.
Yeah, 100%.
Like that. I'm just gonna pull from kind of the last 20 years, maybe for ease. Like
I have.
Interstellar was legit like movie theater. I saw it in one of like because I'm in Los Angeles, so we have like big IMAXs, right? We have like so I went and saw it with my buddies on one of those enormous screens.
Oh,
Like
that's
this
crazy.
is cinema, here as I'm kind of blown away by it. That's a tough one though. The
I got one.
I would
I
say
got
the
one.
MCU in its Infinity Saga was every movie in the theaters worthy.
Yes. I think, and I'm only saying this because my local theater is doing it for like whatever reason, but they're playing it Speed Racer.
Hmm.
100% see
Oh,
that on
I
the big
saw
screen.
that in the theater, I think, when it came
It's
out originally.
so good.
That's a really fun movie theater experience. It's super
And like
goofy and the
the
visuals are
CGI still
super
holds up.
bright. Yeah, it's really
Like yeah,
fun.
it's so well done. And like John, like you get to see what's his name? Roseanne
I'm forget John Goodman. John
John
Goodman.
Goodman. He gets
Yeah.
to punch some guys, and it's
Yeah, he
pretty
punches
awesome.
ninjas or something.
Yeah,
I haven't seen the movie since it came out in theaters, so it's been a little
no
while.
notes.
Yeah, I will say
It's the only
Jaws.
Wachowski movie I like.
Oh,
So
Jaws is incredible on the big screen. They used to do summer movies on the beach near me, and they played
That's funny.
Jaws at the beach on this like
Oh, that's
big
cool.
projector. I was like, this is good. That movie also holds up quite well. It's terrifying, but it's hard to beat seeing Endgame, Avengers Endgame in the theaters, right after
That
building all the
experience.
way up, after,
Yeah.
having watched all the movies in the movie theater, like that theater went nuts.
Yeah,
I don't know if you're
Absolutely
absolutely.
like me.
berserk.
People recorded the audience reactions, and
Oh, that's
I've
funny.
watched
Yeah.
some of those videos just to relive it because, like,
Yeah, the hype.
listen, as I'm a cat fan, so when he finally picked up Mjolnir, I was like, "It's happening!"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that
Oh,
moment everybody
oh,
went
it's so good
berserk, frothing at
because
the
it was
mouth.
earned. It
Yeah,
was like
oh,
one of those
yeah.
things that, like, oh,
They've been
oh,
teasing it
oh,
for so
oh,
long, right? That was an
so good.
incredible movie theater experience, those films. And that's the kind of stuff I do like to see in theaters. I haven't watched the most recent Marvel stuff in theaters, though, because it's not as good. But that's a
I
separate subject.
recommend Wonder Man. Wonder Man
Hmm.
is a solid TV series, and it's just about a guy being an actor. They don't fight anything at the end. It's really good.
Nice.
I think
I
that
enjoyed it.
there's going to be a
Yeah.
theme with some of my answers, but this is kind of a seemingly strange one. But basically, any Hayao Miyazaki film,
Oh, yeah.
the
Those are
painted
so good in the theaters.
backgrounds just really pop on the big
Hmm.
screen. And
Have you gotten to see some of them in theaters?
yeah,
Because I know that a lot of theaters replay them, and
Yeah.
the only one I saw like opening, like when it actually aired, was The Wind Rises, because I was old enough
yeah,
when it
same.
came out, uh, and that one I actually loved. I know that's probably not most people's.
Oh,
It's
it
low on
is
their
tragic,
Miyazaki
but
for
it
that
is
one.
good.
It's really good.
Yeah, but
Favorite Miyazaki, Princess Mononoke is mine.
yeah,
Spirited
probably
Away.
it's
Favorite
between
Away's
those
good.
two.
Mhm.
Those are the two for me. Yeah. In fact,
I just the monsters and I just that's one where they punched up a bit on the
Hmm.
intensity, and so that one really
You're a
really stuck
monsters
with
guy.
me. Shocking, but Spirited Away is probably hit my mic again. It's probably the best. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I
Like
just
that
like
one is
I like the
perfect.
storytelling in it because
It's
you
yeah.
don't have a lot of
unequaled.
dialogue and yet you understand everything that's going on. It's great.
It's another great example of Miyazaki's ability to capture the little moments of children and how they
Hmm.
act and how people behave. There's all sorts of tiny details. The way San, I think is her name.
Sin.
I forget.
Sin.
It's been a little while. Like
Yes.
the way she puts her shoes on, the way she does all these things. It's like this is true to life on all these tiny interruptions to her movement. Anyway, it's like a master class in animation.
Yeah.
So good.
I-
So good.
I've been lucky enough to have a smaller local theater that does like second run
Nice.
movies, and they
Hmm.
yearly do like a run of all
Love it.
the Hayao Miyazaki films like over the summer, and
That's great.
I try to at least hit one of them if I can't make
Awesome.
more than one. So, and
I
every
have
time it's worth it. So,
another excellent movie theater movie is the Thing.
mm,
Right, was incredible, and I have one that was really bad in theaters. It's a movie I
Hmm.
love, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Love this movie.
Really?
yeah.
I'll tell you why it
Really?
was a really bad movie experience.
People were quoting it.
Every person in the audience is saying the
Yep.
lines before they happen. And so the whole movie is everybody just like talking over it.
Yeah.
Like everybody laughs before the
I got
punchlines.
better.
It's like, yeah, like everybody, I mean, like we all have, everybody in that audience has the whole movie memorized. And
Yep.
so it
Yeah.
makes actually watching it in a big
Of
group
course, it's a
really
good idea.
annoying. Yeah, of course it's a good idea. Yeah, good
Yeah,
idea,
that's
Lord. Anyway,
we learned that the hard way because we when we go to when our church takes our kids to youth, I will bring a bunch of movies because I am the movie guy. I know what the kids should watch.
the
And
youths.
naturally, me and the youth pastor who are roughly the same age are like, we should watch Princess Bride. It's a classic.
Classic.
And I have apparently ruined that movie for other people who have not seen it because I'm just quoting,
Yeah, yeah, that's the problem. If
which is
it's an audience
inconceivable.
inconceivable,
That
while
word,
a
you keep
horror
using it.
movie, like when I saw The Thing in theaters not that long ago, they actually asked the
The
audience, okay,
original or the other original?
Kurt Russell. Um, great question because there's like three. Uh, they asked who here has not seen the movie before, and a bunch of people raised their hands. And I thought the same thing. The host said, "I am jealous of all of you," he said. And so I kept, as I'm watching the movie, I kept quiet. But
Hmm.
before a scene would come up, because I could recreate that whole movie in my my mind, I started looking around, like because I knew it's coming. Like I'm gonna watch their reactions to like
Yes.
when when the torso opens up, right, with the defibrillator, and it got everybody. Even my
That's
buddy
great.
Daniel's like, I've seen this movie multiple times, and it still got me at that scene. I forgot about that. So that kind of thing, horror movies, old horror movies, incredible. Rear
I
Window
want
in
to
the theaters,
I want to
extremely.
see Goodfellas on the screen,
Oh,
man.
that would be
Mm.
Like
great.
Goodfellas is one of my favorite movies, and I would love to see it like
Really
just
good. I wish I
as
could go
Scorsese
see,
intended.
or Heat would be another one I
Yeah.
wish I could see in the theaters. That would be a really good theater experience. But yeah, if you can see
Mhm.
classic horror movies with people who haven't seen it, it's really neat. Anyway,
You just reminded me of one that this wasn't even in my mind, but I remember seeing it in theaters and thinking like, I'm so glad I saw this in theaters, even though it's such a weird movie. Birdman. Have you guys seen
saw it in
Oh
Birdman?
yeah,
theaters
yeah, yeah.
too. That was a lot of
Eh,
fun in the theater.
Yeah, that is such a
eh.
weird movie. But like the
That's
It
long,
is a
continuous
Iñárritu.
shots. Yeah.
Or
yes.
like The
My
Revenant was
problem,
also for similar reasons, same director.
yeah. I my problem with Birdman is it was too what's the word, meta? Like,
It's very Hollywood. It's very Hollywood or a Broadway
yeah.
winking at. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Whoa, Edward Norton's playing a guy who's a jerk to everybody. Huh?
Yeah. Mhm.
And then
Yeah.
and it does one of my least favorite things. The main character talks to a critic about movies and being like, "You don't understand because you don't get to make art." And I'm like, "No, that's not how this works. Like, stop, shut up."
Or 1918?
1917.
1917.
17.
1917.
That
That was a
one.
good theater experience.
That's great.
I actually went and saw that.
I don't like most war movies, but
I don't
that
either.
one's
That
really
one was
good.
good.
I don't either.
I do.
They're usually too um
Yeah.
too, I don't know, real for me. Especially that one. That one is like you're right there with the guy the whole
Hmm.
time, and it's
Yeah, the attempt at
intense.
the oneer is really impressive in that movie.
Yeah.
Uh,
Unfortunately, I'm the kind of guy who's like, "Where's the cut? Where is
Yeah.
it? There it is."
yeah, I can't help it either.
He gets
Uh,
knocked out. That's it.
yeah, I really like war movies and this tiny niche within that, which is war horror movies, which are very, very rare. Tiny niche. We're getting super niche. Like, here's a recommendation: Overlord. A world. This has Baby Russell, Kurt Russell's son.
Ooh. Oh, Wyatt.
Forgetting
What
his
Russell? Yeah,
Wyatt
yeah,
Russell. It is
yeah,
a
yeah.
World War II horror movie
Hmm.
in which a group of like U.S. soldiers are like behind enemy lines and discover like evil Nazi experiment stuff.
Mm.
But it's like
It's
an
always
action.
Nazis.
Yeah, it's always Nazi. It's an action horror movie, and it's super gross. But for again tiny niche that I enjoy here, it's I gotta take what I can get. Yeah,
Okay,
Wyatt Russell's
okay.
in it.
Because we're talking about Wyatt Russell, I'm going to talk about an underrated, in my opinion, Marvel TV show, and that is Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I really like
A
that
lot
show.
of people did not like it, and I thought it was good. Like,
I liked it.
because the theme is very obvious, and people don't get it. It's that Sam doesn't think he's worthy of being Cap, and in actuality he is, and so you have Wyatt Russell's character of what is his name?
U.S. Agent
Walker.
is the I forget. Yeah, Walker.
Walker.
Something Walker. But
And
U.S. Agent is the comic character.
yeah, well, he is clearly the nationalistic view of like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do what the government says, and I'm always gonna do it, and like that's never gonna stop me, right? That extreme. Then you have the Flag Smashers who are on the other end of like, nah, man, anarchy's great. We should have open borders because that definitely won't be a problem. Sorry, we're gonna get into politics for 5 seconds.
Well, yeah, and it shows
Uh,
these ideologies clashing, the extreme ends
Right.
clashing, and yeah,
And it's the point is that all of them are trying to be Cap, but the one who is Cap is ironically the person who doesn't
Yeah.
think he's worthy of it, and which fits into a lot of really good superhero themes in my opinion.
Mhm.
But like it's done really well. There is
agree.
the weird subplot of like going to the criminal place, but then you get to have like what's his name playing Baron Zemo, and that
Daniel
was great.
Bruhl. Yeah,
Yeah, he does a
great
great job.
actor.
It's like you haven't listened to Marvin Gaye's album. It's really captures the African American
Yeah, that
experience.
actor's hilarious.
He's out of line,
Yeah,
but
that
he's right.
show. What I really liked about that show, and why I'm a big Captain America fan as well, is it's juxtaposing what it meant to be a soldier in Captain America's timeline in the 1940s
Yeah.
versus what it means to be a soldier in the modern world, and how these ideas clash. These ideals and
Mhm.
ideologies and the realities of them are clashing
Right.
in this show, and it's super interesting. So yeah, I'm with you on that. I actually really enjoyed
Yeah.
that show.
Peter and I have had many talks about comic book movies,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
first of all,
Gen Con was a lot of that.
the fact that Peter and I agree on Superman being the best person, and we both agree, like
Yeah.
Like literally, this is one of the first conversations Peter and I had, and I'm like, This is great. This is a friendship that will last forever.
Wait,
because you
People who
understand.
dislike Superman don't understand Superman.
Superman is the best
100%.
comic book hero? Is
I'm
that
not making that claim necessarily.
I will make that claim.
I am
He's my
not,
favorite for sure.
I really like Superman. But I like the Superman that we don't see in most of the movies, actually.
yeah.
The Superman we see in the comics is a very different character. And that is what like a iconic superhero is. People always like to cite he's like 2 or 3 times like talked down a suicidal jumper from the ledge, right? With just his words. There's a great one of the best sequences is he's just floating there talking to somebody. It's a young woman, and he has all the power in the world. He could just grab her, but he doesn't.
Right.
He just sits there and he says, "I'll just wait here with you." And they have like a spotlight on her, and she says, "Can you have them turn the light off?" And he just eye lasers the spotlight really fast, and then, and it's like a time lapse. He just floats there, giving her all the space she needs, and eventually she talks to him, and he's able to save her, like not through show of force, but through compassion. That's his greatest strength. So anyway, that's why Superman's really good.
The best Superman movie of all time is an animated Superman movie called Superman versus the Elite. It's only
Oh,
like
yeah.
an hour and some change.
Yeah.
It's the only movie that fully understands that character. Even with the shenanigans that happen at the end, it's still like perfect. And I'm like when I watched the newest Superman movie, I was disappointed because I'm like you're getting him, but like he's too himbo-ish, and then he also like flies a guy into a cactus, and I'm like, Superman's not that dumb, guys.
The only thing I didn't
Batman
this
disagrees.
isn't really a criticism of the movie, but the thing I noticed about the Superman movie, the more recent one, was that I liked all the supporting characters better than Superman.
Lois Lane was the best written character in that movie.
That's one of my favorite Loises that I've seen in a long
Yes,
time, actually.
100%.
Also, I mean, I'm a sucker for them choosing Guy Gardner.
Yes.
Of all people.
Yes,
Played
absolutely.
perfectly by Nathan Fillion.
Inspired choice. Inspired choice.
The bowl cut along.
That is the correct Green Lantern.
So good. Yeah, the correct. Everybody's first choice for Green Lantern is definitely Guy Gardner.
It should never be your first choice.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm a
not,
Jon Stewart guy, but that's because I grew up with the animated series, you know.
Same. John Stewart, my boy.
Yep.
not where I thought this conversation was going to go at
We can
all.
go back to cinema now, though. We can go back to cinema.
All right, so my island movies are.
Yes.
Yeah.
So one of the questions that we had talked about, Jordan, I think you had pitched was like the movie that you think is bad and not unironically like fun because it's bad. And I think that's
Which is
a fun
fascinating
topic.
because I think you should just talk about movies that are bad that are great, like Cats. Cats 2019 is phenomenal, and I will hear no other words from anyone.
I will never watch that movie or play. I will never do it. Musicals, I dislike musicals just as a rule.
I mean, you're allowed to be wrong, but it's fine.
I liked Hamilton, and
Hamilton's
such ends my appreciation of musicals.
I
Disney movies don't count in my book. Disney movies are lovely.
I will cut in just to say that my wife is a musician and specifically plays for singers. So by law, I have to like musicals. So I have my favorites, but we won't go
I'm
too
sorry,
deep into
Peter.
that.
You're
Agony.
wrong in this scenario.
I try. And I'm like, this song has been going on for 8 minutes. And all of the information that we would need from this scene was in the first 30 seconds. And they've been repeating lines for 8 straight minutes.
And yet you liked Hamilton, which is a sing-through musical.
Yeah, because here's the thing. The music in Hamilton was good music. A lot of musicals are sing-talking, and those don't even rhyme. They're not songs, they're sing-talking exposition, and it drives me nuts. Hamilton had songs. That's why Disney movies, I think, are really good. They're songs, they're catchy. They're not describing the scene we're in with music to it.
So is this your?
This is my rant on musicals.
Is this
So
your
anyway,
bad
back to
bad?
Cats.
No. I put that separate.
Okay.
That's stage, right? Stage musical. I find it mostly insufferable.
So
But that's
the
a
reason
separate
I bring up Cats is because
Yeah.
you know how like Robert Edgar, yes,
Robert Eggers?
yes, the critique. He talked about how what was it
Roger
called?
Ebert.
Roger Ebert, sorry. He talked about how Citizen Kane is the best movie ever, and you can always get something new out of it, right? Like there's always something new to find, which you could argue about any movie. But to me, Cats is that in the opposite. Because every time I watch it,
Right.
I find something new that is
Horror.
terrible.
That's great.
And like, how did you make that choice? Why is Idris Elba the only cat whose fur is his natural skin tone?
So weird.
Did you
Speaking
know?
of Ebert
Sorry.
and Roper, highly recommend looking up Roger Ebert's review of Freddy Got Fingered. It is one
Oh
of the
God, I don't want to.
funny. No, the review is one of the funniest things you will read. Everybody watching this, look up his review. It is hilarious. He was
I
so
forget if he like just
bitingly
didn't get
witty.
the joke,
Oh
or
no,
like
he's
like he
like,
tears into it, right?
yeah, he tears into it. He's like, maybe someday we'll come full circle on this. Like, we'll have transcended from mere vulgarity into actual art, but I doubt it. Something like that. It's a
Yeah.
treat to read.
But now I feel like
Anyway,
we're veering into so bad it comes around to good again
right.
instead of just
Well, because
bad bad.
bad movies you don't talk about.
I
Like
have
it
a
has to.
movie that I thought was bad and broke my heart, not emotionally, because I was angry about it. So
Hmm.
it's the movie Underworld, and I know a lot of people
Let's
like
Mm,
go.
this movie.
Really?
So, okay, a lot of people. So Underworld came out what, like year 2000 or
yeah,
2002 or something,
1999.
I was
right?
6.
1999,
It's a
prime
guess.
I was
time.
5.
So like prime time for me to be like, oh heck yeah, vampires versus where I'm a teenager at the time,
Hmm.
right? Versus werewolves. I love those stuff. I read those books. Like I'm all about it. Trailers are super cool. The show's like, all the fighting that's gonna happen. And I watched the movie. And you know what the action in the movie actually is primarily? It's two groups of people shooting at each other with
And
bullets
gotta.
that are more deadly than normal bullets. A single silver bullet
That
anywhere on
sounds
the
amazing.
werewolf kills them. Like you get shot in the leg, you're dead. And the UV bullets turn the vampires to dust. So
That's
you just have a
amazing.
like so they have all these cool supernatural like abilities and like the werewolves can transform, but most of the movie is just shooting each other. And by the way, Kate Beckinsale, who's
Mhm.
supposed to be centuries old like werewolf hunter, like so badass. She outlines things throughout this movie. She's just spraying, like literally like
Gun
stormtrooper
ball.
outlining everything. I'm like, just hit the like it's the werewolf's 10 feet tall. Just shoot it. Like you're supposed to be training to do this your whole life. I was so upset, so upset
Just
after watching
go
that
go
movie.
watch What We Do in the Shadows and you'll feel better.
That
Which
I actually
the
haven't watched the series, but the movie is
I was saying that I
incredible.
hear the series is
Yeah,
phenomenal.
I've heard it's very good.
Both.
And like
Where
that movie
werewolves,
was
not
made for
werewolves.
me. Yeah, Underworld was made for teenage Peter, and I was so mad afterward. Like that was stupid. I was so
All right.
mad.
I think we should talk about it. We're gonna have to talk about it at some point Star Wars.
Mm.
And listen, we all have opinions on Star Wars, but I am so glad that we can all agree that what was it? Rise of Skywalker is the worst thing imaginable.
There are no sequels. So,
Listen, I've said it before, and I,
Uh,
I understand I'm in a minority, but I liked The Last Jedi. That being said, literally no one likes Rise of Skywalker.
the
Like
best thing
it's
the sequels did? I think what's the most beautiful thing the sequel trilogy
Kylo
did
Ren.
is it made people appreciate the prequels.
yes, I
No,
100%
no.
agree.
Going back and watching the prequels, I'm like, this is more watchable. Like
Yeah, but
my
you'd never
palate
get a
has,
character like Kylo Ren. And again,
yeah,
I love Kylo
it's a
Ren. I
great
actually think
character.
he's
Yeah,
so well. Yeah, he's just not executed properly, especially not in that last movie. Keep him
yeah.
in a villain. Do not redeem him. That's the whole point.
Well, and I'm blanking on the actor's name. Gosh, he's great. Who
Oh,
played
Adam
Kylo Ren?
Driver.
Adam Driver, really good actor too. Like
Yeah.
so
It's
many elements,
fantastic.
so good.
He
And
somehow
then
makes it
just
work.
the bungling of that franchise is astounding. One of the
I mean, you
biggest
know it's bad
franchises.
when in the title crawl it says, and I quote, "The dead speak." I remember asking people, "When did the movie lose you?" And one of my friends went, "At the
Opening
dead
crawl.
speak."
Yeah.
It's like that's where it lost me. Somehow
Somehow
Palpatine returned.
Palpatine returned.
Ugh.
It hurts.
So mine is so this is funny because I feel like this is the moment that I became a movie critic. Because before this, it was like I didn't really have that strong of tastes. I was just kind of a younger kid absorbing movies and stuff. But mine was Spider-Man 3. when I went and saw Spider-Man 3.
It's not that bad.
Oh, okay. That's I'm trying to piece them all together in my
It's
brain.
not that
Spider-Man
bad.
3 is the one with Venom,
Yes.
Yes,
and
where
okay,
he goes to a church to pray to God to kill Peter Parker.
Where
totally normal thing to do for that dude. Yeah, that movie was pretty bad.
it was just the first time I remember like going to a theater and sitting through a movie and thinking like I don't know that I could have been more disappointed.
Mm. Hmm.
But like, but Sandman's good. Like,
But they
he
also
doesn't redeem the whole
crammed
movie.
Sandman, Venom, Green Goblin. I feel like there's one more villain that I'm forgetting.
Uh, no,
All
it's just New Goblin and Sandman and Venom,
all
which
into
is
the
so
one.
funny in hindsight now because we have literally seen the Sinister Six basically in
Yeah,
No Way Home, and that was done great.
Yeah.
yeah, I really did like that one. Now, on the subject of Spider-Man 3, if you don't, I'm going to plug another YouTube channel here, Cinema Sticks. One of my favorite video essayists on movies is Cinema Sticks. Really good. I mean, that's not a small channel. He recently did a video recutting basically Spider-Man 3 into a 10-minute short film just about
Oh,
Sandman and
I
Peter
can see that.
Parker in black and white. And he talks, it's like, this is perfect.
Mm.
So, like, there was the
Well,
kernel of an excellent superhero movie in there. He
mhm.
basically says, what if this was a Twilight Zone episode instead and we structured it like that?
I
Really cool.
believe
Look
that
it
was
up.
the original plan for the third movie, and someone can
Mm.
correct me if I'm wrong. I
For the
believe they were still
studios,
going to have the
maybe.
suit. They were going to have the suit in it to set up Venom for the fourth movie.
Mm.
Um, and it was still going to be about Sandman, and because obviously,
Right.
like that part's so good of like the tragedy of it. And so, to have a tragic character when Peter is in his right mind, Peter would be able to actually properly deal with it. But because the suit is affecting him, he's not able
Mhm.
to. So the double tragedy of that
And we
is
get
really
the
well done.
nightmare fuel of
Right.
emo Peter Parker with his hair and everything. What a
Well,
meme.
and I think
Goldie Parker.
also to me, Spider-Man 2 was such. I love Spider-Man 2. I'm a Spider-Man 2 apologist. I think Doc Ock,
No, that was
the
good.
actor
Oh
that
yeah,
plays
no,
him,
That was good.
I like
um,
Spider-Man 2 a lot. Yeah,
I just think he knocks.
Molina.
I'm a big
Albert Molina.
Spider-Man fan in general, so like to see what I thought was like a really great portrayal of the relationship between Peter and his sort of true mentor,
Hmm.
and
Yeah,
and then the
it
way
was
it
great.
like twists. Such a great
Yeah.
movie, and then you leap into Spider-Man 3, and it's just like let's do everything sort of wrong.
Listen,
Yeah,
listen. I'm still waiting on whatever Beyond the Spider-Verse, the third one.
Mm.
Just give me that because the other two were so
Oh
good.
yeah, I will.
yeah,
I
I
agree.
just need that
excellent
third
stuff.
one, and then I will be
Excellent stuff.
happy.
Yeah.
Because
You,
like
you know, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say hot take. I don't like most of the Spider-Man movies. I'm not a Spider-Man guy,
Mm.
and I
It's
liked
fair.
Tom Holland's movies because the villains were compelling. Vulture,
Yeah, they did a good
fantastic,
job
no notes.
with
That
yeah.
that third act where he opens the door, I believed he had murdered that family. Like
Oh man,
genuinely.
one of my buddies used to say the best Batman is who
Michael
played
Keaton.
Vulture? Michael Keaton. He's like the I'm like the best Batman's Michael Keaton. He says, yeah, you want to know why? He's got the crazy eyes. That's what he would say. I'm like,
You wanna go
okay.
nuts?
Like,
Fine.
uh, yeah, the Spider-Verse films. You know, a movie is good when all subsequent animation for the next decade attempts to mirror its
Yep.
style. Like when
Yeah.
movies attempt to mirror it afterward, you know you've leveled up like filmmaking in a new way. You see this
Easily the
throughout.
best movie of 2019.
Oh
Easily.
yeah, you see that like The Matrix did it in 1990 or 2000, 1999, depending on I forgot the exact day that that one came out. But like there are these shifts. John Wick
Right.
did it for Action Again, as all subsequent movies changed. Although technically, I'm in the category that thinks Raid Redemption is actually the one that crawled so
I can
John
see that.
Wick could run.
I can see
Um,
that.
like action
Yeah.
people get in the comments and agree with agree with me on this. Like Raid is
Yeah,
actually the one that set the new precedent that John
but it
Wick
was
then
a
picked up
foreign
and ran
movie,
with.
Peter. I have to
Yeah,
read
directed
subtitles.
by a guy from England, though I think. If I remember, I
Funny
forget
enough.
where that director's from. Yeah, he was just
Raid
working
2 is
in
great too.
yeah. Both of them are excellent action movies. Anyway,
All right. So, question: do we want to do the bad good, like so bad that it turns around and is good again?
I've already
yeah,
told you. Cats.
yeah. There's his cats is his answer there. I love a cheesy action movie so much, and so like Commando is one of my
Oh, yep,
favorite
that's exactly
movies.
what I was thinking.
It's so good. And if
He
I
just
think
walks
people who,
across mowing down.
yeah, it's absolute insanity. But the movie is, you watch it as a comedy, and the movie is great. It's so funny. It has all the best lines, like
Let
just
off some
so good.
steam, Bennett.
It's let off some steam. Remember when I said I'd kill you last I lied, right?
That one's
All this
great. I
kind
love
of.
that one.
Well, and then immediately afterward, he goes and to talk to Ray Don Chong. I forget her character's name. She says, "What'd you do with Sully?" And he says, "I let him go because he dropped him off a cliff." Right? It's full of stuff
Enjoy
like
the
that.
party, Richter. No, that might be a different one.
Oh, gosh, what that one's from?
I
What
think that
is
might
that
be
one
Total
from?
Recall.
That might be Total Recall. That Total Recall also has Get Your Ass to Mars,
You guys
right?
are
All
bleeding
these.
into my choice here,
Uh-oh, go ahead, go
which
ahead.
which
Is it
is
Total Recall?
it's Batman Forever,
Ah,
the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger as Freeze,
chill
and
out.
Really?
yes,
Really?
yes,
You actually think it
No.
comes back? That's where you lose me. I don't think it
yes.
ever actually
Oh,
makes it
It's
all the way
bad.
back.
every time anything comes out of Arnold Schwarzenegger's mouth, it is an ice
Time to
pun.
kick some ice.
It's time
Mm-hmm.
to chill out, and then freezes
Chill
the
What
entire
out.
killed the
room.
dinosaurs? The Ice Age? That's terrible.
That's why it comes back around to being hilarious to me. And like,
It loses me before it makes it there, but it almost does.
here's the part.
Bane is like a nothing character in that movie.
So,
There's a moment where Gordon hands Batman a photo of Ivy and Bane in trench coats getting off of a plane, and you can clearly tell it's Bane in a trench coat
yeah, they're
with like the
poorly
big
just
wires
yeah,
coming
the
out. Yeah,
tubes.
the tubes. It's just
It's like
it's
it's in the MCU when they just put the baseball cap on and they're in disguise.
it's so
like I know
good.
people have talked about the Bat credit card, and like obviously people like the Nostalgia Critic have made that into a meme. But I just have the question of, so does Batman have a bank account? Like, is his legal
Yeah.
name Batman? Is it a Batman LLC? How does
Put
that
it on the
work?
back
I have
card.
several questions. Also,
I imagine-
why are they both pining over the same? I know it's the pheromones thing, but then like, it's just. I'm
The
sorry.
Bat-
I'm in
I like to
Peter's camp. I
imagine
don't know how
the
it's good.
Bat credit card is just made by Lucius Fox because Batman's weird. He's like, here's your Bat credit card. It just goes to the Wayne Foundation though. Like,
Right. But
Just
then,
to
like, wouldn't
appease him
someone be
'cause
able to
he's
track
bizarre.
that?
yeah, like you're buying bat-shaped molds of things en
Right.
masse. Like, how do you justify that? Yeah, there's a lot of
Now-
like corporate espionage kind of stuff going on behind the
Now,
scenes.
if you
I
had
think.
said the third Batman movie with the one before that, what was that? Batman and Rob? No, you're thinking
Batman
of Batman
Forever?
and Robin, not Batman Forever. Batman
Oh,
Forever
maybe
is
I
the-
am. Yeah, I think you're right. I'm thinking
That
of
one,
Batman
well,
and Robin.
Batman and Robin is the one with Mr. Freeze. Batman Forever is the one with Jim Carrey as the Riddler.
Oh, then no.
Oh, and Two Face
some
with
reason-
Tommy
yeah.
Lee Jones.
Yeah, who it was going to be Billy D. Williams, and then they recast it for some
Yeah.
reason. Don't know why. Though the Lego Batman movie, arguably the best Batman movie, and I will stand by that. Is my favorite Batman
I
movie for
won't
sure. It's
argue with you.
arguably the best.
I think
Listen,
I think
he
I'm
has
with
the-
you on that. Actually, I saw it in the
He has
theaters.
the
I'm
best
like,
Batman
this is
character arc.
yeah, like this is
Best
just
one.
the best. I was so surprised how good
That one has
was.
Billy D. Williams as Two Face. They have corrected that one, so good job there. But Batman Forever, I would say, is fine. Batman and Robin is terrible.
That's the one I'm talking about. Yeah, I've mixed them up, but yeah,
Jim Carrey does a good job.
the one with Ivy, Bane, and Freeze.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Batman and Robin.
Ironically,
Is
this
the best.
Terrible.
Good.
I was gonna say, ironically, the bad movie is the one with the Spider-Man with 3 villains, and the bad good movie is the Batman with 3 villains. All right,
mean,
I'm cutting this off right here.
We're
We're gonna talk about movies
Clancy
this
down like Luther,
episode.
done.
Sorry. Yeah.
All right, let's just skip
Clancy.
straight to the Island Fives because I've got to get us back on track.
Fair.
We were never off track. What are you talking about?
It's
All right.
all Superman movies all the way down.
Yep. All right, Frank. Why
So-
don't you give us yours? Yeah.
I was gonna say I don't know if Peter has to do his again or not. So I don't have necessarily. I'm just gonna choose my top 5 movies of all time. In fact, I'll give you my top 10 because I am the kind of nerd who has a list of that. And it quite possibly will change. In fact, I already think I would change out The Lobster from this list, though it is an honorable mention. You don't like The Lobster? I thought it was.
Oh no,
great.
I wouldn't want to keep rewatching it. That's
I
all.
get you. Anyway,
Yeah.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, 100%
Hmm.
needs to be in there. I really liked Snowpiercer.
That's a really fun movie.
That one's fantastic. Goodfellas. I mean, come on, that one's great.
Yep.
I could probably do any others for my top 10. I would put it. You need some nice movies, right? So Casablanca's got to be in there. Best romantic movie of all time. At me, I don't care. I
Get in the
will finish it off
comments.
with 12 Angry Men. I'll finish it
Mm,
off with 12 Angry Men. It's my favorite movie of all time. Very well done. But
so
I think
good.
Whiplash also very good.
Hmm.
In my
I
top
don't know
10
if
for
I'd want
sure.
to rewatch it though.
Um,
Impressive.
We're learning a lot
RRR.
about Frank right now.
RRR, that's a
Thank you, Peter.
rewatchable movie right
Oh,
there.
thank you so much. I'm gonna
That
be
is a
upset that none of you have
fun
heard of it.
movie. Oh, RRR is a treat. If you haven't
And
seen
then
that, like, turn it on like a Saturday night where you got nothing going on and just
I
get some
got to show
popcorn.
some of my play group RRR, and so when we got to the dance scene with the suspenders, phenomenal. And I was like,
Oh,
let it be known, this movie is
yeah,
fantastic the entire way
yeah.
through.
Never seen
Like
it.
at one point, they are on top of each other with dual wielding machine guns, and the best part is them dancing.
Yeah. The this is a not a Bollywood movie. It is a
Hollywood or something like
Hollywood
that.
movie because it's from a
Yeah,
different region with all India.
correct. So
Highly
good,
recommend. It's so fun.
so
Turn off
like,
logic, enjoy movie.
and also like again, I like when there's movies with best friends, and like
Yeah.
they
There's
just
good
become best
bro
friends instantly, and
moments
it's
to
great,
it.
and I
Yeah.
love it.
Good bro
Like
moments to it.
right, like Sam
Yeah.
and
Good
Frodo
choice.
are some of my favorite, but
Hmm.
RR are so good. Like everyone
That's
needs
a
to
good
watch it.
choice.
Oh, it's so good. Anyway,
I like that
I
choice. How
I
about
could
you,
keep
Jordan?
going, but I won't.
Yeah, we'll cut you off, right?
Anyway,
Uh,
next one.
this is
Yep.
hard because actually, Into the Spider Verse, the first one, that is the first one,
Yes.
right? That was in there, and I don't know if it still is because it's really hard to
Oh, it's so
pick.
good.
Like for the reasons you were saying, Peter, a movie that you could just rewatch all the time. That's what I'm thinking of when I think Island 5. Um, so I've got some weird ones in here. I did put a Hayao Miyazaki, and it was between Princess Mononoke and Spirited Away. But I think ultimately I would go with Princess Mononoke because I like the story that's told through it, the sort of like epic quality, like about humanity. Um, and I'll try to go through these quicker, but I had to have. I'm a big Wes Anderson fan, so say what you will about his
Oh, I like
style,
Wes
but
Anderson. Yeah.
Royal
Hold
Tenenbaums
on,
is
hold
my
on.
pick
Mm.
for that one. Um, but
That's your favorite of his? Interesting. It's a good
yeah,
one.
it's not like because I thought about Grand Budapest too, but there's something
Mm.
about like the redemptive quality of Royal Tenenbaums that I really
Hmm.
enjoy. By the end of the movie, like the family comes back together. It's a happy movie,
Yeah,
and then you get Bill Murray and lots of like ridiculousness, and it's a
Bill
good
Murray
one.
being Bill Murray.
It's a good one.
I think then I would pick. I'd need like a just ridiculous and fun and silly movie. So I think I'm gonna go with Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
No,
That
Oh,
that's
that's a
great. No
fun one.
notes. I
That's
like
fun.
that.
Yeah.
that movie just
Also features a lot of future superheroes in that movie. Chris
yeah.
Yeah.
Evans, Brie Larson. Brandon Routh was technically already Superman at that point. But yeah,
I could watch and that kind of goes for any of the what's the director's name? Edgar Wright.
Edgar
Yeah.
Wright.
Edgar Wright.
Any of his
I love
movies,
Baby Driver.
yeah.
Baby Driver's fun.
And
That's a
Hot
musical, Peter.
Fuzz, Shaun of the
Sinners is a
Dead.
musical too. Love that one.
Shaun of the
Yes,
Dead
it is. Yeah.
almost replaced it, but uh, I don't know. It's just I needed a
Hot
happier
Fuzz is
movie.
great.
Hot Fuzz is
Hot Fuzz is
Awesome.
underrated.
yeah.
So
That's
good.
Super underrated.
I
um
quote that movie almost daily with the missus because we go London because there's a guy who he said you got a call from London like he's never seen the word London before because he's
Oh,
living
it's
in
so good.
rural England. It's great.
I had to have a Lord of the
Those are good.
Rings, so controversial pick, but I would pick the first one while the Fellowship's still together. If this is my Island 5, I'm gonna watch the happiest one of all of them. The
That's a good
ending
choice.
the ending is bittersweet because Frodo leaves forever, and then I'm gonna tear up like a big man child every time.
Oh yeah,
But
when Boromir is doing his last stand, I'm losing it.
yeah,
I'm like,
Oh,
I'm
I'm
already,
sorry.
like, it's
I haven't
coming.
watched.
Ah, and then he does the thing where it's like, I would have followed you to the end. I'm like, ah. Yeah,
and then my movie.
All for this.
we can't see it in frame. Oh, he's got the ring. Yeah,
Nice.
those are good choices, Jordan.
My last one is Back to the Future because it's a perfect movie. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm a little
I'm
low on
gonna
Back
give
to
a
the Future,
five.
but I recognize it's good.
I'm gonna give a five, and if we, because I know we talked about this possibly earlier, but I'm gonna change it up now a little bit.
Uh-oh. What?
Okay, so things that I would want to rewatch were things that I can Not necessarily my favorite movies, because some of my favorite movies are absolutely stressful and unenjoyable to necessarily watch moment to moment, but are things that I really like. I like extracting things out of it, but they're kind of tough to watch, like The Proposition or like Bone Tomahawk. I don't really want to keep rewatching
Mm.
that, even though I love it. So I'm actually going to put Jurassic Park on this
Mm.
list because
Good
Not
choice.
Jurassic Park to
stressful at
me is a
all.
perfect movie, like just perfect. Um, so absolutely have to put Jurassic Park. I think it's tough for me to either choose Fellowship or Two Towers for Lord of the Rings because I really like the Battle of Helm's Deep. That's
Yeah,
a lot of
Battle of
fun.
Helm's Deep is
It's very cool.
so good.
But I think I'm with you. If I had to keep rewatching, Fellowship is going to lift my spirits the most probably, and so I'll probably stick with that one. I think the movies I'd want to do are ones that I'd want to keep reanalyzing and extracting really cool details. So I'd put The Thing on this
Yeah,
because
that's
that's
fair.
one where you keep rewatching and you keep looking at interesting like directorial and acting choices throughout. What is that? That's four. I think it was four. Yeah. And then the fifth one, I will actually put 13th Warrior because it's my comfort food. So slightly different than 13th Warrior is D&D the movie.
What are you
That
talking
isn't
about?
an
It's
officially
historically
licensed D&D
accurate.
movie. Totally historically accurate.
100%.
It's yeah, because Eaters of the Dead was a historically accurate. Oh, the irony. Two of the movies on my list are based on Michael Crichton books.
Hmm.
Fun.
You know that actually. 13th Warrior is based on Eaters of the Dead, a book by Michael Crichton that I believe he wrote before Jurassic Park, if I remember correctly.
Mhm.
Anyway,
Uh, honorable mention: Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Oh,
The
yeah.
best, the best multiverse movie. And no offense, I don't think any of the Marvel stuff is ever going to top
Yeah.
that because the emotional catharsis you get from Everything, Everywhere, All at Once is so well done. Like,
that movie was really good. It did not resonate with me, but it's
Really?
not the movie's fault. Not the movie's fault. Like movie was excellent.
You think you know
Like
a guy?
no notes. I just its beats didn't
mhm,
like hit me
land.
in an emotionally resonant
Yeah.
place just from my experiences, while like my wife sitting next to me is like, like totally just
Yeah,
because it didn't hit things for me.
that's fair.
Again, not
I
the
I
movie's
I
fault
loved it.
though. Yeah, not the movie's fault in
I
any way. I
loved it.
still loved the movie, but like I'd rewatch and be like, it's just not, it's not getting in there. Yeah.
I changed my answer. I take off Back to the Future and I put everything everywhere all at once.
Yes. Huzzah.
You know, I don't know if either of you have rewatched Back to the Future all that recently.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird at times.
Oh,
Like I'm
What are
watching this,
you
I'm like,
talking about?
I love the movie, but like we are spending a lot of time on him flirting with his mom in this movie, and I
yeah.
feel like, you
Fun
know,
fact: they did a Broadway. So Peter's gonna love this. They did a Broadway adaptation of it. It's terrible. Um, literally, like there is a song that Doc Brown sings that's called "It Works" in the Doc Brown voice. It's terrible.
yeah,
They kept the subplot of his mom having a crush on him and wanting. Yeah.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
well, no, you all know that at this point we're all constantly making fun of that subplot. Why would you
right,
keep it?
yeah. It's a little odd. I mean, again, I think the movie is overall faultless though. Like that's an excellent movie, but it also it's like I don't know if I'd want to keep
It's your kid's
rewatching
body.
those awkward scenes necessarily. Like again, the rewatching.
This
It's
wasn't
like I
a
don't know.
question on here, but movies that you can quote from memory, because that's one of them for me. I can, it.
Back to the Future's one. Oh, that's interesting. I can't quote that one all that well.
Princess Bride.
I mean, Princess Bride, Monty Python, Airplane.
Mm,
Airplane. Oh man, I could quote that one. Amusingly
Yes.
enough, my
There's a
brother
lot
and
that I want to
I.
quote, and I'm like, I don't know if that's
Yeah,
appropriate to
it's
quote
like
right
maybe
now.
leave some of those. My brother and I quote the recent Dune movies to each other because we're both big Dune movie
Misa
fans.
Gaib.
Yeah, just Lisa and Gaib to each other, so we quote that a lot. Um, I quote a lot
My
of
group
Lord of
does
the
that all the time
Rings.
too.
yeah. See.
Um, my brother will like text me. I told you to take his staff, like just the Grima Wormtongue line, out of
Crazy.
no context. I will get these weird lines from Lord of the Rings, and it's great.
I do the
Uh,
I
same.
will occasionally, if someone tells me something, say, Roger, Roger, what's your vector, Victor?
yep,
And no one gets it.
yeah. Airplane. The stop calling me Shirley. We can include from there. I make the drinking problem joke. I don't have an empty, like I've got a drinking problem. And
Yeah.
he splashes it on his face. Just they don't make a lot of movies. This is
She's
good. Here's
going
my boomer
hysterical.
take. I warned you about a boomer take. They don't make movies like this anymore, which are from opening credits to closing credits, nothing but gags, just straight up
Did you
jokes
see
for
the
90
most recent
minutes.
Naked Gun movie, the reboot with Liam Neeson?
No, but I've heard it's in that vein.
Yes, it is
I've
100%.
also
It is
heard from
100%
two
my
different
kind of humor
people.
for the most part.
Yeah, I heard somebody say it was really funny, and somebody says I didn't laugh a single time.
Mm.
I just need to watch it and judge it for myself at the end of the day on that.
At one
I like
point,
Liam Neeson a lot. I think he's hilarious.
it's pretty good. Like there are definitely jokes they make that I'm like that's 100% the joke. Like
Yeah,
they're talking in the foreground and one person's taking a bunch of cases into what's called cold files and it's like a freezer
it's
and like
icy. Yep, yep. Just
they pick
gags.
up a
Just
bunch of coffee
yep,
pots to put them down to pick up coffee to put it down.
yep.
All right. Well, before we depart from that little subject, I could also put the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles into that category. I don't know why. My brother and I watched that movie so many times, I can
The
quote
live
it
action.
from heart.
Is that a Jose Canseco bat?
Tell me, you didn't pay money for this.
Yeah,
Sorry, my
that's
Ninja
a
Turtles
good
was the
one.
2000 cartoon and I will not apologize.
Wait, which one?
No,
The
the
2000s?
animated one.
Yeah, like
Oh,
2003.
I haven't seen
Sam
it.
Riegel is
live-
Donatello.
Whoa.
The live action one from '88 or whatever year that was. I forget the year. Is
Oh, and
actually
they did the Power Rangers crossover. They had the
Oh.
girl
no,
turtle.
no, not that. The live action movie is actually
Oh,
like
yeah,
a movie. It's a real movie. It's not like a hokey tie-in. Like that movie
Correct.
has like some serious emotional weight to it, but it also has excellent lines like the aforementioned one. Gosh, what are all I need to rewatch this one. It's just got so many good lines in it.
I feel like Ghostbusters can get quoted quite a lot. If they ask if
Oh,
you're
the
a god, you
original?
say yes.
Yeah, are you the
Um,
keymaster or whatever? Right.
Oh, me and my friends will quote this from Avengers Infinity War all the dang time. What master do I serve? What am I supposed to say? Jesus?
Jesus. Yeah, that's a really good one.
And I'm like, there's a part of me that
Aliens.
wishes he improved that line because I could see
Yeah,
Chris Pratt improving that line. It's so
right.
good.
Aliens is one that I like to quote. Game over, man. Game over is of course from
That one's good.
Aliens. Hey Vasquez, anybody ever mistake you for a man? No. Have they mistaken you? He says back. She says back to the guy. I don't know. It's
That
got a
one's
bunch
good.
of lines like that. But
Yeah,
I need
it's
to
crazy
rewatch
how he
the
was
old
able.
TMNT movie. Actually, I need to
It was
rewatch.
It
crazy
holds
how
up.
they were able to pivot from like straight horror to action horror so well in Aliens.
Yeah,
It was a really good pivot.
works really well. Michael Biehn never could really get that leading man role to stick. Michael Biehn, the original Kyle Reese from Terminator 1. He's in Aliens, he's in The Abyss, he's in Tombstone, but he never quite made it, you know?
He'll
They
always be
tried to
my
make him make
Huckleberry.
it. I mean, he dies. Spoilers. If you haven't seen
He'll always be my
Tombstone.
Huckleberry.
Well,
Yeah, he plays Johnny Ringo is his character in Tombstone.
Very Western name for sure.
I was going to say, to avoid
A real person, actually.
turning this into a three-part trilogy episode here, we're going to do a couple more quick rapid-fire questions, and then we'll wrap things up.
These are rapid fire.
Yeah, these
It's
are
your
not
fault, Jordan, for
rapid-fire.
inviting us on here. It's just all rants, all
Peter and I
all
have
the
done
time.
this on our own free time
Yeah.
for fun.
But let's
All
do
right, hit us.
movie that you watched over and over when you were a kid. I don't know if this was a thing for you guys, but we had like certain
Yeah, like
tapes
VHSs
that,
or something.
VHS
Yeah,
that we would
tapes,
just
yeah.
watch
Brave little
over and
toaster.
over. Oh man, that's crazy that's yours
was
because
great.
that's one of mine.
I get some weird nostalgia rewatching some of that. Yeah, Brave little toaster for sure.
Okay, I have a really, really specific one. The Walter Cronkite A&E Dinosaurs series on VHS.
That is
I watched
specific.
over and over again. Okay, you can find this on archive.org, by the way. Like I have it bookmarked on my computer. I had the VHSs. All the science is very outdated by now because this is in like 1991. But it was this really decent production value dinosaur documentary series narrated by Walter Cronkite, who was big back then. Like he was the guy in news.
Right.
I watched this over
That
and
is
over.
so random.
Brave Little Toaster I also really loved as a kid. But yeah, the A&E Dinosaur VHSs, man.
Worthless.
You know, I watched TMNT over and over again as a kid on Betamax.
Wow.
Oh gosh,
Yeah,
Laserdisc will never die.
that's how I watched Terminator 2 was on Laserdisc. That was my Terminator 2 rewatch platform because my buddy
Right.
had a Laserdisc player and I thought that was fancy.
I remember what was the movie? Toy Soldiers. I remember watching that a
Ooh,
bunch.
I
that's a
never
cool one.
rewatched that. I
Yeah,
think it.
I remember that.
I was like too old,
Oh, you were.
for it to be rewatching it. I know. What about you, Jordan? What's on your list?
We went to a flea market, and my dad let me just pick any VHS there, and the one that called out to me was actually Totoro. And this was at a very young age.
Totoro.
I didn't know what anime was,
He's a
as a
big fluffy
kid.
cat bunny thing.
And I was like, that looks cool. And I watched it all the time, and I was obsessed with the art and everything. And then years
I
later,
watched that as a kid too. Yeah.
I discovered Mononoke, and I was like, wait, this is the same guy? And it blew my mind.
Yeah.
So,
And then you go back and watch all of his movies, and you're like, these are all incredible.
yep.
So they did a thing because there's a college campus nearby where I live. They would do a thing where like every summer you could take college classes, but they were always just like fun activity. It basically was, hey, we wanted to get your kids away for the day. Come enroll them here. And one of them was a drawing class, and we straight up just watched Spirited Away, and it was great.
That's
awesome.
great.
All right, last one. Guilty pleasure movie.
I'm gonna
I don't
be.
feel
I'm gonna,
guilt. I don't feel
Oh,
guilty
same.
about any of them.
that's my hot take. You shouldn't feel guilty if you enjoy it. Enjoy it. Like you can
What do
say
you-
like, yeah, I know it's bad, but I still enjoy it. Like, who cares? But yeah, no, I think it's perfectly okay to enjoy a movie that maybe other people don't. There's nothing wrong with it.
It looks like Peter's thinking, so I'll go and then let you
Yeah,
guys
go.
go.
I need
We'll
to
switch
think a
around.
moment. Yeah.
This is, I kind of agree with what you're saying because it's not really a guilty pleasure at the end of the day. But mine is the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. They're like so ridiculous and over
The
the
first
top.
one's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I actually think the first one's really good.
Yeah,
And then the second one has Liar's Dice in it, so it's great.
but I unironically like all of them. They get more and more ridiculous and more
Even the
epic.
fourth one? Even the fifth one.
All of
I
them.
stopped watching after the second.
I still like them.
That's fair.
Whichever one had Bill Nye in it is when I stopped. Stopped after that one. That one was still
I watched
good,
the
I
third.
thought. And then I was like, I'm bored.
I did like the joke in the third movie where they're like, "We need the eight silver pieces of 8," and like none of the pirates actually had it, so they just gave up random stuff. And I'm like, that's very piratey. It's like
funny.
we have this special heirloom that determines who is a captain, but none of us have it.
I think that's half the reason I like Pirate Borg so much of those movies.
So I think the answer I'll give is actually one that was on my island movies, and it's 13th Warrior. And 13th Warrior was a critical and financial bomb. Like, it did so poorly, and everybody disliked it. And Antonio Banderas playing Ahmed Ibn Fadlan is a very strange choice also for casting. Like, there's a lot wrong with it, but I love every moment of that movie. And even though it's like universally panned, but it's so. Also, bit of history. The Moors at one point did conquer Spain historically, and so we can do some mental gymnastics to justify Antonio Banderas, a Spanish man, playing somebody from
Yeah,
the
it kind of
Middle
works.
East.
Yeah.
We could do some jumps here because of the history of Spain.
It's part of the Zorro Once Upon a Time in Mexico trilogy. So
Right.
I'm looking through my top 10 list. So, fun fact, I've been keeping a top 10 list of every year since 2014.
Oh, nice.
Because I was in college, that's when I really got into it. And 2014 was a phenomenal year for movies. You got the first John Wick, arguably the best MCU movie in Winter Soldier, Nightcrawler. There was a Whiplash. So many
Nightcrawler's
good movies. Nightcrawler.
Oh, wow, Nightcrawler and Whiplash were the same year?
Yeah, they were.
Oh, dang.
Dude, here's the thing. Jake Gyllenhaal's fantastic. Like, he's such a good actor, and it pisses me off sometimes. I am
Yeah.
looking forward to the Guy Ritchie movie he's going to be in with, I think it's him and Henry Cavill, whatever it's going to be. It looks like the same 3 movies he's been releasing.
Yeah.
But, like,
Guy Ritchie is. I'm worried about him. He's becoming. So directors get to the point where they become almost a satire of themselves. They come
Yeah, I
full
can see
circle. I think Wes Anderson is there now, unfortunately. And I love Wes Anderson.
Scorsese?
His last.
No, yeah,
Scor-
actually, yeah.
Scorsese,
Irishman, I
yeah.
would argue.
Yeah,
'Cause The
you start
Irishman
to
is
see where a
literally-
director they mirror their own style in a way. I think Spielberg sometimes goes there when he's not feeling, because he's Spielberg is like 90 at this point.
I mean, he's releasing a
Like,
movie this year, so we'll find out.
right? And like, don't get me wrong, I love Steven Spielberg's films, but more from like the first 50 years of his career. Like, is
Oh,
when he was
poor
the
him,
strongest.
only having
I
most of his movies
know.
being good.
But yeah, I think Guy Ritchie to me is he's come back around, and I haven't liked his recent movies.
Yeah.
I like Guy Ritchie movies. So Wes
Do you,
Anderson too. The last couple, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
do you guys have a favorite director? It doesn't have
Mm.
of all time or just in general. I think my top three is Martin Scorsese, um, Edgar Wright, and Denis Villeneuve. Like I really liked Last Night in Soho. I think a lot of people didn't, but I really enjoyed it. They do some really good camera stuff in Last Night in Soho. Um, but I know like recently a lot of like I saw The Running Man this past year with Edgar Wright.
Mm.
I really enjoyed it. No one else did apparently, but I did.
Edgar Wright's up there for me. Coen Brothers. There's so many. I mean,
That's hard.
yeah.
I'll give you one that you neither of you has mentioned. John McTiernan, because he did all of the 80s and 90s action movies that
Oh,
like
that's
set
fine.
that precedent. So like, Predator, Die Hard, like all of this is John McTiernan. I forget what other ones he
Predator's
did.
so
I'll have to
good
Google him.
though.
So like John McTiernan, like boom, 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 just awesome, super fun movies. But favorite,
It's tough.
that's really hard. Like Wes Anderson is really consistently enjoyable, and I've gone and watched all of his movies in order, like to like see his style evolve,
Hmm.
and I really like that. Denis Villeneuve is obviously incredible.
So good.
Robert Eggers is it's easier for me to talk about current directors that I find really exciting, and that'd be like Robert
Hmm.
Eggers is somebody I'm really excited to see continue to build. Um,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
Hot
John
take.
McTiernan.
Hayao Miyazaki. I changed my answer.
He's so good. God.
No. Hot take. Christopher Nolan.
Hmm.
I don't know if I like any of his movies.
Really?
I liked Memento quite a lot.
Memento.
Memento
is
was good. The Batman movies are fine. They're
Yeah.
fine. They're fine.
Yeah.
Everyone I talk to talks about how much they like Interstellar, and I'm like, did we all watch the same movie?
I
I
enjoyed Interstellar.
I will
I don't
admit
think
did
it's
not.
I didn't
yeah.
want to ruin your pick there for movie in the theater. I visually did love Interstellar. I
Yeah,
particularly
visually.
have a hard time with time travel stuff.
Make me stay, Murph. Make me stay.
Especially when the time travel thing needed to happen so that the time travel thing could happen later.
Mm-hmm.
That
So,
always bugs
so
me.
no joke. I'm watching this movie in the theater, ironically next to a bunch of engineers. So when the line "We don't need any more engineers" hits, I hear them literally go "aw." But there is a sign there, like when Michael Caine is like, "And here is this equation that's missing one thing, and then we can solve time travel." And I'm like, "What is it? Love? Are we missing the power of love here?" And it was. That
It
is
was
what we
love.
were missing. It was love the whole because they literally say it's your love for Murph that has
Yep.
you here. And mind you, I feel so bad for the son who's like actively trying to talk to the dad in space.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, where's Murph?" And like and then he leaves her
The second
on
watch.
her deathbed. He leaves her on her deathbed to go after the lady and who's probably dead. I just I'm sorry. I like stories, which is also why like Tenet I could not get behind. There was no story in Tenet. When you have the entire fate of all reality hanging in the balance, but one woman goes, "And my son will die." I'm like, "Yes, lady." What did you think was gonna happen?
I also disliked Tenet a lot. That's
you,
a full circle Nolan moment, right? He
Yeah.
came back around.
Oppenheimer, ironically, is a movie I like discussing. I did not enjoy watching. I thought it went a little too long, but there are things that I think
Yeah.
are really well done. The panic attack scene that is mirroring a bomb going off, the slow degradation of our main character is really good. It feels like it's a like out of order for seemingly no reason. Like, why are we doing things in non-linearly? It
Yeah.
doesn't feel like that really matters too much. But yeah, I mean, like it was again. I think it was more interesting to discuss than it was to actually watch.
A follow-up question is, if you could only if you get stranded on the desert island and you can only bring the library of one director, who do
Ooh,
you pick?
dang.
I go with Spielberg on this one.
That's fair. That's a good one. You get a
Not
lot
only
of
because of
movies
the
right there.
amount, but because he did Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones, Duel, one of actually my favorite of his
E.T.
movies. E.T., Jaws, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I mean, like, boom, boom, boom,
Yeah,
like
that was pretty
classics.
good.
Super 8? Is that Spielberg?
I enjoyed
No,
Super 8.
that was J.J. Abrams.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Mimicking
Was it? I forget. John
Spielberg.
I think so.
McTiernan
And
was close. I Googled it because he did Predator, Die Hard, The Hunt for Red October. I'm going to skip some. Last Action Hero, Die Hard with a Vengeance,
Last Action Hero is
and
actually pretty
13th
good.
Warrior. He also directed 13th Warrior, it turns out. So John McTiernan's not a bad choice.
To
Or
me,
if you like
Last
those
Action
four
Hero.
movies.
Last Action Hero is pretty good. It's the one that's like meta, the right amount of meta.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, one direct. I
One
mean,
director's tough because you could do Miyazaki and be
yeah.
safe, you know.
I'll pick
I
Edgar
mean, I've been
Wright.
wanting to watch Casino, so maybe
Edgar Wright is
Scorsese.
fun.
I was gonna say I'll pick
Edgar Wright's
Edgar
probably a
Wright
good
and just
answer.
watch Shaun of the Dead every day until I die.
Edgar Wright.
Perfect movie.
Yeah, you can
is-
watch the whole
that's a
Cornello
fun
trilogy. You get Scott Pilgrim. You get Baby Driver. Baby Driver is so good.
It's really good. Wes Anderson is also another fun, cohesive set. But for variety's sake, a lot of those directors make the same style movie, which is why Spielberg is really nice. He
Yeah.
actually
Right.
ends up making a variety. Because, I mean, you have Catch Me If You Can in there as well.
Catch Me If You Can is very good.
Didn't he
They
also
have-
direct. Shoot.
They have some shots in Catch Me If You Can where it's like they hold the gun out, and I'm like, I understand that looks cool. They're like the stance he would have had to take
Yeah.
is a little cheesy, but other than that, there's definitely some
I was going to say, I thought he directed The Road to Perdition, but that's Sam Mendes, who ends up doing 1917.
yeah.
It's gonna be hard to argue against Spielberg just for
Yeah,
sheer
you
breadth.
probably nailed it on the head right there.
Yeah.
And he's just made incredibly watchable movies.
Yeah,
Right.
I guess George Lucas, you get what, American Graffiti
Star
and
Wars.
6
He
Star
mostly
Wars
just
movies.
gets Star Wars. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like
I mean,
Star
could you
Wars,
argue
but
Indiana Jones? 'Cause
I
he did,
like I'm pretty sure throughout George Lucas's career, his actual influence on a movie is less than
Merchandise.
we think. I think
Mel
it's
Brooks.
less than we think.
I would Mel Brooks.
It's good.
You could pick
Go first.
Scorsese
Spaceballs.
and be really
Or
sad.
Reiner, Rob Reiner, the other was it? No, Carl Reiner.
That's also my answer for a movie I could quote nonstop. Spaceballs.
Oh yeah.
we
good one.
merchandise. We got the Spaceballs mug, the Spaceballs T-shirt, the Spaceballs, the flamethrower.
Well,
Thank you, Yogurt.
Choice.
I think to avoid an infinite loop, much like Interstellar.
Wait, I have to tell you my idea for the Spaceball sequel that they aren't gonna do.
Oh no.
I'll tell you off screen. I'll tell you off.
Yeah, off camera.
But to avoid an infinite loop of making the same episode over and over, we'll cut things off here. And if you enjoyed this Quantum Movie Cast episode, leave a comment. Maybe we'll do another one in the future, and we'll dig into some.
Could do a whole trilogy of them.
Hey, trilogies are always a win, right? Right?
The second one was better.
We could hone in on animation or something. I have a lot of not necessarily anime, but animation.
Yeah.
Talk about people like
I'm as old
Tartakovsky.
as Lion King.
He's a
I'm
baby.
I'm as old
Does
as.
that make you feel old yet?
I actually don't know a movie that came out in '88 that's popular, but
I
whatever.
was gonna say,
that
what I
is.
always cite is I was born in the year of the Chernobyl meltdown.
Oh,
that is my claim to
Great
fame.
show.
My
Great show.
birthday is the same day that Franz Ferdinand was assassinated. And with that
Hey.
note,
All right, so we will wrap things up there. That's going to be a fun little bow on the end of our movie episode.
Yep. Thanks for tying us up there, Frank.
his name was Franz and my name's Frank, so it kind of fits.
Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for listening. Hopefully you've
My pleasure.
enjoyed this. Stay tuned for more, no matter what dungeon you're in. I don't know how to
What
wrap this
movie
up.
theater you're in? What movie theater in? Come on.
Stay tuned for the sequel, which will definitely be better than the first. All right.
It's your kids, Robin.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.